Yes, mastering your goals are important. Having goals are important. Having resolutions are important. But also don't forget to dream. Dream big, because when it's possible here, it will be possible around you. Hello guys, hello! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariam and welcome to Healthy Habits. I'm so happy that you're here. Today we're gonna talk about how to master your goals like a pro. No, like a high performer. So as you know, I'm a high performance coach, so I'm more happy than to share it with you. But also myself, I want to give a credit from whom I've learned, from Brandon Bouchard, of course. So I love to give credits to my mentors from whoever I've learned. It's very, very important, guys. So yes, of course, I'm going to add my own flavor and sparkle to it, but I just want to give a credit to Brandon Bouchard. So now let's dive in. So I have a video, I'm going to link it below, about how to actually, keep up with your resolutions. I'm going to link that below if you want to watch it after. But I'm not going to repeat myself. But the things that I've told there, of course, it applies, right? I'm telling you there are also an exercise that you can do in the beginning of each year. Or if you're watching this in February, March, April, it doesn't matter. You can still apply that exercise. So I'm not going to repeat myself, but just know that this is as much as important and what we're going to talk about today. So let's dive in. I'm going to give you 3 ways. Okay. Not 3 ways, 3 steps those 3 steps are crucial so you can master your goals. So as you know, as a high performer, we always want to succeed. We always want to perform in our lives. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we have too many things on our plate and we're like, oh my God, which one should I do first? Which one is not as important? Or what should I tackle first, right? So for me, I always tell my clients as well that we need to have fewer goals, okay? By that, I mean, it's good to think about 10 goals, 15 goals, 20 goals, whether it's resolutions, goals, or dreams. It's important. But to realize in 1 year, we need to be realistic. So the step 1 is to come up with 3 skills that you want to achieve that year. What I mean by skills, if you have a business, is it to delegate, to learn to delegate? Is it to know how to recruit? Is it how to, is it about the retention of your clients? You want to learn more? Or if you don't have a business, it can be, do you want to have more patience in life in the upcoming 12 months or whenever you're starting this, whenever you are watching this video? For me, it's like the beginning, of the year. So that's why I'm talking about in the beginning of the year. But anyway, it doesn't matter whenever you're watching this video. You can still apply, it can still be applied. So 3 skills. So yeah, I was telling, if it's not business related, it can be, is it patience? If you have kids, do you want to become better parents? So it means that you need to learn new skills, how to become a better parent. Is it to, you want more discipline in your life? It can be as simple as you're always late and you're trying that month to not be that late. And I know that I told you like each beginning of the month, but some skills, it takes more time. So I personally would recommend to work on each skill at least 3 to 4 months. Because great things take time, as I always say. So if it's patience, let's say, it's not like the next day you'll wake up and be more patient, or the next week, the next month. It takes time. So if one of your skills, it's one of your goals is to be patient, you can put it everywhere, stickers, wallpapers on your phone. As you know, I'm huge on stickers. So you can work on it, and how you're like, okay, I have my skills. Let's say you have your 3 skills. It can be one in your personal life, business life. It can be, in dating life, like you just started to date and you want to develop a skill. It's okay to I know why when we talk about skills, people think that it needs to be only professional, but knowing your personal life as well, it can and it should. So let's say you have your 3 skills. You're like, okay, Miriam, how I'm gonna like work on it? So let's say you work on each 3 to 4 months, right? Well, thank God we have YouTube here. We have books, we have podcasts that you can literally learn about each skill. And since you have one skill that you want to learn for that, the next 3-4 months, it's easier to get focused because you're not distracted. Yeah, I want this, but I want that. I want this, but I want that. Like million things that our generation wants to accomplish everything at the same time. For a long term, it's not in a good way. It's not how it's going to stick in your habits. And, we talk here about healthy habits. It's not going to stick in your habits, unfortunately. I wish it was the case, but it's not. So one skill at a time, 3-4 months, you research on it from books, YouTube, podcasts, and, finding the right mentor always, as I always talk also, it's very, very important. So you can find someone that you can relate to, because it's the key to finding a right mentor so you can learn from. And you're like, okay, what if I can't come up with 3 skills? What should I do? Well, the question that I want you to ask yourself is, what it would take me to go to the next level in my life? Again, not only business, guys. We're not talking about business. Like being a high performer, it's all in all areas of your life, all right? So we're not talking about business here. Personal life, business, professional, personal, it matters all. So what it would take me to get to my next level, my better self. Let's say at first in my personal life, okay, so do I want to become a better version of myself so I can be better for others? I can be better for my kids, future kids, my husband, my family. Having more patience, getting more discipline so I don't skip any gym days, even when I don't feel like it. So ask yourself, and I'm sure if you ask yourself this question, you will come up with few things that you want to accomplish or to have or to be like that. If your goal is, I want to be this super disciplined person, well, discipline, it's a skill because you need to practice every single day, because discipline, it comes with experience, right? Like anything great in this life, you need to practice every single time, every single day. So once you have your 3 skills that you will work, right, to 3 to 4 months to master it. Now that once you have your skills, you're like, okay, what's next? And you will work on it, all right, 3 to 4 months. Now you're like, okay, what's next? What should I do? So the next is to set monthly goals. Now, I'm not talking about these goals that are not attainable or like your resolutions at the beginning of the year are super big. No. Just monthly goals. So it can be related. Honestly, I would recommend it should be related to your skills that you will work on because it will help you. So let's say, I don't know, you want to become a better parent, right? And you see that patient side, you're like, I don't know. So maybe this month of January or any other month, it can be patience. So that month you work on your patience. Because by working on your patience, it will get closer and closer and closer to one of your skills, let's say, if it's the case. Setting monthly goals, just one phrase, one emotion. In this case, it can be an emotion. I know that word of the year, I was like, stay away from emotions because it's not detailed enough. But the monthly goals, it can be an emotion. Like, I don't know, today I want to work on my happiness. And you're like, okay. And then you ask yourself, of course, how you can work on your happiness since it's just this month. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do things that I will love to do. I'm going to do my hobbies that I love to do. I'm going to see my friends that I didn't see for a long time. Of course, it will give you joy, bliss, happiness. Of course it would. So setting monthly goals, it's important to master your goals, because if you don't set your monthly goals, it's going to be so not tangible, your goals, because let's say at the beginning of the year or each quarter, you're like, okay, I want this. but you don't put in your calendar, you don't put how you're going to work through it, it's like, how do you want them to accomplish? So that's why it's important to have monthly goals, even if it can be as little as, making my bed before I go, which will help with one of my skills that I want to develop, which is discipline. It's just an example, but you see, like, it's never too little. So, and step 3, I know you're going to be like, oh my God, no. It's to learn and read books as much as you can. Now, on step 1, it was included, right? Okay, so how you can know more of how you can develop those skills is to read by learning and reading, right? But again, the third step, it's always reading even more, learning even more, because when you learn, it's directly linked to your level of happiness and to feel that you accomplished things. If you can read one book every week, one every month, I would start one every month if you're not a reader at all, so you can go slowly. I used to read, I'm going to tell you a little story. I used to read 1 book a week. Like, even to this day, I'm like, how did I do it a few years ago? And then I wanted to do that again, and I saw myself that, I need to start maybe once a month. So my goal is to read at least 1 to 2 books per month, so I can go back to once a week, because it was amazing. The feeling and the accomplishment that you feel once you read that many books and you apply your knowledge, not just reading and then forgetting, no. And you apply the knowledge, you share the knowledge, it's directly linked to our happiness, because it's like we prove ourselves that we are capable of figure out things ourselves, and it grows also our confidence, because how we build confidence is by trusting and believing that we can figure things out ourselves. So it helps in all areas of your life, and also to mastering your goals, because you're going to be like, okay, I have this goal, but since reading as much as I can, it's in my habits, I can master those goals. You know what I mean? It's directly linked to each other. And also why I wanted to include as a step 3 reading books as many as you can. It's because when you read, yes, you feel like you're growing. And I always say that books, like it's like they listen to us and they understand us. And when you read as many books as you can, it's like it's easy for you to master your goals, because you're focused. You're focused because unconsciously, it's like you feel like you can do it because you've read that many books. It's a confident thing as well. And at first also when I heard Brandon Bouchard talking about like read a book, well, there he says read a book, one book each week. But here, from my side, I wanted to add each month if you're not a reader at all, so it can stick in your habits. But when I heard Brandon Bouchard also talking about like, mastering your goals and also reading, I'm like, what's the correlation between those two? And then I understood that it's linked to each other. Again, when you read books, you learn so much. And also, and I'm not talking about reading books like scientific books, like romance or whatever. If you want to do it, do it by all means. But like reading like personal development books, so that's what I mean. Especially about like whatever topics your goals or your skills are, even more, it's a game changer because you'll feel confident. You feel like that's what my goal was. And now I have so many knowledge from the books that I've read and the podcasts that I've listened that I know I can master those goals. That's where it linked. So I just wanted to make it clear if yourself also like me, you were like, what's the correlation between those two? So yeah, that's where it is. If we do a little recap, step 1 is to find out 3 skills that you want to work this year and work for each skill 3 to 4 months. How you want to know which skills you need to work on is by asking yourself a question. what it would take me to go to the next level, and you'll know. That's the step 1. It needs to be as detailed as it can be, by the way, the skills that you want to learn. Step 2, how you can master your goals, it's to set monthly goals so you don't forget, you stay focused, and you know what you're gonna do. So again, it needs to be related to the first step, which are your skills. If your skill is, again, being a better parent, you're one of your monthly goals, an example, to have more patience in life. So, and each month you work on it by putting on stickers, reminders, wherever it works for you. And step 3 is by reading books, 1 book a month at least, or not, as Brandon Bouchard suggests, 1 book every week. But again, if you're not a reader at all, start with 1 per month, and then we'll go towards 1 per week. So you can learn more, your confidence will grow more, and when you feel you're growing, you will be more happy, and you will feel like you can master those goals, whatever goals you put in your way. Before I end, and one last thing before I end, is that yes, mastering your goals are important. Having goals are important. Having resolutions are important, but also don't forget to dream. Dream big, because when it's possible here, it will be possible around you. That's why it's important. I'm very, very, very huge on dreaming, because if you can dream it, you can accomplish it. On this beautiful note, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and also ring the bell so you don't miss any healthy habits, because we are having those a lot here. Thank you for watching. Before I go, don't forget, don't give up for just 1 more day. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.